Forget fine dining. Today, we're diving fork first into a freezer packed with nostalgia, comfort, and a little bit of mystery. If you've ever wondered what it's like to eat your way through an entire freezer section, you're in the right place. We're about to embark on a culinary adventure that's equal parts delicious and daring, all in the name of finding the ultimate Stouffer's frozen meal. That's right, we're on a mission to taste, judge, and rank every Stouffer's meal we could get our hands on so you don't have to. We've all been there, standing in the frozen food aisle, overwhelmed by the sheer number of options. The packaging promises comfort, but the reality? Sometimes it's a gamble. You might wonder, is this lasagna going to be a cheesy delight or a soggy mess? Well, wonder no more. We've taken on the deliciously daunting task of trying every single Stouffer's meal we could find, from the classics to the hidden gems. From gooey lasagna to mac and cheese, that's cheesier than my dad jokes. We've got it all covered. Imagine the creamiest, dreamiest mac and cheese that makes you feel like a kid again, or a lasagna so rich and flavorful, you'd swear it was homemade. But not all that glitters is gold in the land of frozen meals. Some of these dishes left us scratching our heads wondering how they made it past the taste testers. And let's be honest, there's something oddly thrilling about peeling back that plastic film, not knowing if you're about to discover a new favorite or a dinner disaster. We've taste tested 14 Stouffer's classics and ranked them from why though to where have you been all my life. Each meal was a journey, a roller coaster of flavors and textures. Some were instant hits while others were, well, let's just say they were memorable for all the wrong reasons. Our taste buds went on a wild ride. One minute we were savoring creamy, cheesy goodness, and the next we were questioning our life choices. It's all part of the adventure. To where have you been all my life? We're talking about meals that made us do a happy dance in the kitchen. You know the ones, those bites that make you close your eyes and savor every second. The kind of meal that makes you forget you're eating something that came out of a box. But for every high, there was a low. Some meals had us grinning from ear to ear, while others had us reaching for a palate cleanser. Each meal got judged on taste, texture, ease of cooking, and the all-important cheese stretch factor. Because let's be real, a good cheese stretch can make or break a meal. We also considered how easy it was to prepare each dish. After all, the beauty of frozen meals is their convenience. If it takes longer to cook than a homemade meal, it's missing the point. We wanted meals that were not only tasty but also quick and hassle-free. Because who wants to wait forever when you're hungry? We also paid attention to the little details, like how evenly the meal cooked, whether the sauce was distributed just right, and if the veggies still had a bit of crunch. It's the small things that can turn a good meal into a great one, or a mediocre meal into a total flop. And let's not forget about portion size, because nobody wants to be left hungry after dinner. Some got us saying, wow, I'd actually eat this on purpose. These were the meals that surprised us in the best way possible. They were flavorful, satisfying, and left us wanting more. We found ourselves reaching for seconds, which is always a good sign. These are the meals you'll want to keep on hand for those nights when you need a quick, comforting dinner that doesn't skimp on taste. We even found ourselves recommending a few of these to friends and family. When a frozen meal is good enough to text your bestie about, you know it's a winner. These are the kinds of meals that make you look forward to dinner, even after a long day. Others? Let's just say if this lasagna had feelings, it would cry tears of tomato sauce. These were the meals that missed the mark entirely. Whether it was a lack of flavor, a weird texture, or just an overall disappointing experience, these dishes left us feeling let down. Sometimes the anticipation is better than the reality, and that's just the risk you take with frozen food roulette. Our bottom 5? Meh. Think dry meatloaf, mushy veggies, and a sadness only a frozen Salisbury steak can deliver. These meals were the ones we'd rather forget. They were bland, uninspired, and just plain sad. If you're looking for a meal that will make you question your life choices, these are the ones for you. Sometimes you just have to laugh it off and move on to the next contender. And a sadness only a frozen Salisbury steak can deliver. It's the kind of meal that makes you wonder if you should have just ordered takeout instead. But let's not dwell on the negatives. Every taste test has its duds, but it also makes the winners shine even brighter. And hey, at least now you know which ones to avoid. Sometimes, the worst meals make for the best stories. We had a few laughs, a few grimaces, and maybe even a dramatic reading of the ingredient list. It's all part of the frozen food experience, and we wouldn't have it any other way. But the top 5, game changers, creamy, cheesy, and legit delicious. These are the meals that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about frozen food. They're rich, flavorful, and downright delicious. You'll find yourself stocking up on these winners, making sure you always have one on hand for those nights when you just don't feel like cooking. These are the meals that make you say, wait, this came from the freezer? The best part? These top picks are perfect for sharing. Whether you're feeding a hungry family or just treating yourself, they're guaranteed to please. We even found ourselves debating over who got the last bite. Now that's a sign of a truly great meal. You'll want to clear freezer space for these winners. Trust us, once you try them, you'll be hooked. They're the kind of meals that make you look forward to dinner, even if it's just a quick microwave meal. And with so many options, you'll never get bored. There's a Stouffer's meal for every craving. Planning ahead? These meals are lifesavers for busy nights, lazy weekends, or anytime you need a little comfort food pick-me-up. They're easy to store, quick to prepare, and always ready when you are. Fun fact, Stouffer's has been microwaving hearts since 1922. Yep, almost as old as that mystery meatloaf. That's right, Stouffer's has been a household name for nearly a century. They've been perfecting the art of frozen meals for generations, and it shows. From humble beginnings to freezer aisle royalty, Stouffer's has earned its place in kitchens across America. Over the decades, Stouffer's has evolved with the times, updating recipes, adding new flavors, and keeping up with changing tastes. It's a brand that stood the test of time, and for good reason. There's a little bit of history in every bite. So, was your fave a flop or did it snag the crown? We want to hear from you. Did your go-to Stouffer's meal make our top 5, or did it end up in the dreaded bottom 5? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your thoughts, your rankings, and your frozen food hot takes. Drop your Stouffer's ride or die in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more frozen food fun. We're always on the lookout for the next great frozen meal, and we love hearing your recommendations. If there's a hidden gem we missed, let us know. We might just feature it in our next taste test. Until next time, keep it cool, foodies. Thanks for joining us on this frozen food adventure. We'll see you in the next video. And remember, life's too short for bad frozen meals, so stick with the winners, and happy eating!